Hello, welcome to Joy News at 6. The news is live on Joy 99.7 FM and hits 103.9 FM in Accra. In Kumasi, we're live on Love 99.5 FM and over 30 affiliates across Ghana's 16 regions, including Volta Premier Ho, Amenu Veve FM Aplao, Lalanyo FM Hoho, and Kikili FM Ho. Get radio, TV, and online content on the myjoyonline.com interactive app for Android and iOS devices. Coming up, ECOWAS military leaders meet to discuss potential Niger invasion in Accra, but the minority in parliament emphasizes diplomatic solution for the ongoing crisis.
The Niger crisis ought to be resolved through diplomatic means.
Also, one more person found dead in flood-stricken northeast region, bringing the death toll to 5 as NADMO intensifies search in more communities.
I can confirm to you that as of now, the number has risen to 5. We discovered another dead body in a bridge just by the dam in Nalerigu.
We'll hear accounts of some of those who managed to escape the wrath of the floods.
What you see us wearing is all that is left. We had to carry on children on trees to escape the floods.
In business,
VAT revenue grows by more than 90%. We'll hear more from the Ghana Revenue Authority on the Joy Business Report.
And later, the National Labour Commission must demonstrate commitment to enforce directive to government to pay them. That's the position of CTAG as they go into meeting with the body today in a bid to resolve the issues.
Evidence of compliance. We'll be glad to see the National Labour Commission make a strong case of, going a step beyond the order they came out with.
I am Amiesi Nyameche Thompson. Thanks for choosing us. Details shortly. And let's dig in. The ECOWAS Committee of Chiefs of Defense Staff are meeting at Bema Camp this morning to deliberate on possible invasion of Niger. The meeting follows a resolution by the regional bloc to use the standby force to resolve the political impasse. But ahead of the discussion, the ranking member on the Defense and Interior Committee in Parliament, James Agalga, is advising government to resolve the current crisis through diplomatic means.
Our stance in the minority hasn't changed. We are firmly of the view that the Niger crisis ought to be resolved through diplomatic means. Through diplomatic means, we are convinced in our minds that we haven't exhausted the diplomatic option and therefore should not start a war in Niger.
Meanwhile, the Dean of the Ghana Armed Forces Command and Staff College, Professor Vladimir Enchidanso, is questioning the effectiveness of ECOWAS sanctions to compel the coup leaders to give in to the demands of the sub-regional body despite its impact. Onion traders in Ghana have lost close to 40 million cedis on goods locked up in Niger. Over 100 trucks loaded with onions cannot move in the border town between Benin and Niger following the border closure. Sumaila Idi Zanze is chairman of the Progressive Onion Sellers Association.
All the cars at Benin border for about 8 or 9 days before they open the border, just some seconds or is it half of a day. So some of the cars came, but none of the cars came to our market because our own we didn't get some. Some went to Kumasi, Cotonou, and Techima. You see. So Accra, none of them came here.
We can now hear from Professor Enchidanso, who insists that sanctions aren't effective.
The issue of sanctions is that it has never been effective. I can't remember any situation where the sanctioned country begins to change, turn around 180 degrees. It's never happened. So we don't expect this to happen. They will live with it. They will be, if the government is resilient, the people understanding the government, they will have to live with it. And the people have no choice because if the government is not going to change, then you got to live with it. And that's what we're going to do. But those of us sanctioning, we will have it also. The onions are going, the prices are going up.
Professor Vladimir Enchidanso is Dean of the Ghana Armed Forces Command and Staff College. Now, one more person was found dead in the flood-stricken northeast region, bringing the toll to 5 as NADMO intensifies search in more communities after torrential rains there over the weekend caused massive devastation. Regional NADMO coordinator John Kweku Alhassan says they've only been able to reach 66 communities and the number of deaths still rising.
So I can confirm to you that as of now, the number has risen to 5. About 1 hour or 30 minutes ago, we've discovered another dead body in a bridge just by the dam in Naleru. In the East Mampousi municipality, we've done assessment in 32 communities. West Mampousi municipality, we've done assessment in 22 communities. Union and so 9, Bunkuru na Panduri 3, making a total of 66.
On the other hand, some surviving victims are still struggling to live following the devastation. Listen to a victim among over 100 persons who survived in Jimbali and currently taking shelter in a primary school near Yakazia community.
What you see us wearing is all that is left. We had to carry on children on trees to escape the floods.
In the Walla Walla Municipal Assembly, drones are being used to deliver essential medical supplies to some of the heavily impacted areas that have also been cut off. Community lead at Zipline Vopsi Distribution Center, Abdul Jalil Abdullah, says request volumes have increased by 20%.
We are serving close to over 400 health facilities, from lower level health facilities to the middle level and also to the higher level health facilities. Over the last few weeks, we've seen some floods in the northeast region as well as the upper east regions, and we have seen some 20% growth in the number of deliveries we do on a daily basis.
Now let's come back to the Greater Accra region, where CTAG wants the National Labour Commission to demonstrate commitment to enforcing its own directive to government to pay them. That is their expectation as they go into a crucial meeting today with the body after 2 failed attempts to get the association to the negotiation table. Speaking to Joy News ahead of the meeting, CTAG President Prince Obenhema says NLC must demonstrate good faith in the matter.
Ordinarily, we would have gone into the meeting hoping that there will be fairness, but events that have occurred prior to this meeting suggest that we are not going to have any fair hearing over there. It's evidence of compliance, because we have been consistent from day one that we will be glad to see the National Labour Commission make a strong case of, going a step beyond the order they came out with by going for orders from the Superior Court to compel the government and its assigns to comply with the directive. Remember, the order asked government to pay, but not to come and explain how.
Now, the Ghana Revenue Authority is justifying the introduction of a 10% withholding tax on all gross winnings. Now, the authority began implementation of the law yesterday. The GRA explained that the withholding tax will be charged on profits accrued after each win, and that the existing 15% VAT rate on each stake will no longer be charged. Thomas Agozo is project manager at the GRA.
But this I think is a good tax, because it's actually coming to replace an existing VAT that was originally charged on the stake by the players. This is a reduced rate, and it's a tax on the win. You're only paying this when you win compared to being charged a VAT. So what I'm saying is that there was a VAT that the government had replaced with the withholding tax because of some practical challenges in the implementation of VAT in the gaming sector.
Now it's official. Joy Prime and other multimedia platforms are the media partners for the biggest street carnival in Ghana, the Chale Wote Festival. Organizers of the event have signed an MOU with the MGL to push the unique Ghanaian and African culture and heritage through art, music, food, dance, and many more. Joy Prime's Joan Yami has more.
It's a colorful festival of sights and scenes. This year, the organizers of the Chalwate Festival have partnered with Joy Prime, Joy News, Joy 99.7 FM, and Hits 103.9 FM to promote the development of an independent creative arts economy while achieving the mission to sell and promote Ghana.
At Multimedia Group, we are very excited about this, knowing that we are able to even promote this event. It's something that we are going to back with all our platforms and ensure that it becomes a big success.
A member of the organizing team, Annie Osabote, is confident of the multimedia group's ability to use its platform to influence the appreciation of Ghanaian art.
I believe that this partnership is going to further enhance that, give us also the leverage to be able to see how we'll continue to channel good content, amazing works, and also to influence and impact the community itself.
Over the years, Jamestown has hosted the festival. Just as its name suggests, Chalewate is flip-flopping to a new location this year. Founder of the festival, Manche Ayikwe, gives details.
We have relocated to Osu from the Independence Square all the way into the Osu Township. So we are talking about a Greek extension building where the High Court complex is, all the way down into the Independence Square, into the Osu Castle, into the Osu community, all the way down to Oxford Street, and all up to the Osu Cemetery traffic lights.
And that's it for the bulletin. In our top story, ECOWAS military leaders meet to discuss potential Niger invasion in Accra later this morning, but the minority in parliament is emphasizing diplomatic solution for the ongoing crisis. We'll sure to be keeping an eye on that one. Stay here for details. I am Amiesi Nyamiche Thompson. Business is next on the Super Morning Show.